Sorry about that. I wasn't plugged into the right cord. It's been a while since I last played, but if I remember correctly, we were moving south to meet up with Juno, I believe. Alright, a woman's stifled screams fail to overly concern anyone. It is only a matter of time before the expected mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited for the first sign of life since the trip began. Well, this will use up supplies, but let's do it. When the baby's cries replace the mother's, the entire caravan cheers. You raise your drink to the family, say, "Tomorrow we rest and feast our strength for long life." Again, everyone cheers, glad to forget their words at the same time. Morale improved, but we used 10 supplies. And we got 15 renown, though. Okay. You enter a village of miners who want to know what is happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and the sightings of Dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. Oh, we're gonna encourage them to join us anyway, but we're gonna have to buy more supplies. So all that renown is probably gonna go to supplies. You make a convincing argument about leaving town before the dredge sweep through and do a fair job of convincing everyone to be completely terrified. They start packing. It remains to be seen whether you can keep them safe as safe as you say. 112 clansmen. We made it here with 1 supplies left. So we're going to go to the market. I have my cat here sitting with me, digging his nails into my leg, which is not helping. Can you please stop that? I'd appreciate it. So, 84 available. You know what? Let's just stock up. Got 93 supplies, 10 days worth. And let's move on. Ooh, dramatic music. Look at that, shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch a dredge pulling into a village as you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Elash, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch the dredge in the front falls over, then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Oh, it's Nid, the archery student of Oddleaf, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Oddleaf, squinting. We should get out of here. Should I look for survivors? Let her do a few more. The next shark bounces off the Dredge's armor, but the one after that doesn't. The Colossus falls to a knee. Another Dredge goes down before you get moving again. Why don't you come along the next time you want to try out that bow? You tell Ned, who nods with a smile on her face. And that improved morale. There was no point in going back. Is she added to my party now? Oh, hello. I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Ned. You're a rook, I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I never even tried before Oddleaf made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Oddleaf's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I wanted to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems. Sometimes they really stew in the misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skoger. I knew most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostveller, but we were driven out when the Dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My son and I were thrown into the fields. I'm sorry. Men killed my husband, and now Akil is traveling with us. Oh. Okay. Sorry. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say, but I've let it go. I have 3 sons. I don't want them to grow up with the hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. Cool. So she's added to my party? What level is she? She's level 2 and already ready for a promotion. Let's give her one of these and one of these. So many promotions around, but I can't promote anybody. Okay. So low on supplies. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something, he says. Patches of blue model her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this. We could be in danger here, points out another. Stop the caravan and tend to her. As caravan tents rise, fire is built beside the girl, who is covered in furs and ointments. Progress is slow, but soon you see the girl alive enough to swallow water and some heated broth. When you wake the next day, the healer tells you the girl should be fine in time. Good. Morale is down again. Is that a village? Oh, it's another one of these. The Godstone of Dunder passes around you. In the frozen climates here, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up again once you've passed through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing. With all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Sure. You walk around the camp before settling in. Along each strand of Dunder's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Loom Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them beards, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. Okay. Well. As camp settles in, you notice a group of boys huddled around something. They show you an offering box carved into the godstone itself. The box is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. We can't get it to open, they say. It's like a puzzle. Try and open it. The boys take turns working on the puzzle and give you tips when it's your turn, though you don't seem to make as much progress. Eventually, they leave to sleep until it's just you and a couple of determined youngsters. Don't want to waste too much time on it. Instead of spending all night on a silly game, you go to Toilette and huddle together to keep warm. You wake up to the thought so profound it strikes you like lightning. Rush into the puzzle blocks, your fingers move with a purpose until you hear a click. The lid springs open. Inside is nothing. Oh no, says the boy who was watching. What a waste of time. To your surprise, when you close the lid, the whole box detaches from the stone. With a shrug, you take it with you. You're glad to see you didn't spend all night working on this. At the puzzle box of the Twin Rivers. What does that do? It's a level 4 item. Plus 3 will and 1 will per turn? Is that what that is? You get will per turn? That'd be nice. Too bad only one person's level 5 and I already got him equipped with something. Okay. Let's move on. A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large wounded varl. He is gnawing on his shield. What? Swearing at no one in particular and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave him alone without a second thought. We can help if you want. In a heartbeat, the varl is on his feet swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear of the cudgel, smashes through a tree trunk. Your party scatters to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the varl is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood which you decide against following this time. Okay. That was weird. Oh, we got a village coming up. Hopefully they have supplies there. In the distance, Huckstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see the black figure shambling through it. It looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. There's usually survivors, oddly reminds you. I guess I should stay, because there could be a market where, No. it says it's a dead town. There's no supplies. I don't have enough for it. Gotta keep moving. We've had enough problems for one lifetime, you say. We don't need to be looking for them. Probably a better decision, replies Ivor. Sorry, Oddleaf. We have 3 days worth of supplies, and we're probably not going to make it to the next place. A well-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. Upon the arrival, the farmer and his workers stand defensively in plain sight, crude weapons at the ready. They cross their arms to make their thoughts clear. Offer some kind of trade for the livestock. Intimidate. Come with us, it's not safe here. Leave the farmers and the animals alone. Well, we can try and bring them with. You warn the farmer of the approaching dredge, but the man spits and says, "This land is my life. I lose that. What may as well be dead." The farm hands slowly nod in agreement, neither joining you nor lowering their weapons. I have to threaten him. I need the food. Your warriors step forward, unsheathing weapons, practically growling. The farmmen blanch and step aside as you choose the hardiest beast. The farmer has a sense to say nothing, though the expression on his face stays with you for quite a while, even as you are away. You catch an glance at Alette, who stares at her feet and does not make eye contact with you. So it's probably going to kill morale, but it's going to raise supplies, which I really need. I don't like stealing from farmers. I really don't, but I needed that supplies. Yeah, that killed morale. Let's use some of that supplies that I just got to rest up and improve morale. That healed some people. Is this another Godstone? At least we're not in the snow anymore. The Godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger laying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that? You ask Ivor, pointing it to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Well, we'll inspect the Godstone. Ingrid's Godstone is carved with the ancient ruins, which don't make much sense to you, though Ivan tells you some of the Menders have deciphered them. It's how the Menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Interesting. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Ivan doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Back up and move on. Well, morale went up. As you are ready to depart, you hear the screams from near the main Godstone. The same boy, so curious about the dead dredge, before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hand. Wait, says Ivor, his arms across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes through a gas. Stop, says Ivor. The curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it. On the ground before you, dead slinger, is a small stony figure, the hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting those dredge the whole way. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading. They're running. Everyone stops dead in their track. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. Wow. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. I didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the Dredge are running from it just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew? Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor? When I was young, I killed one of the Sunder during the Second Great War. We called it Rays. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the world and stumbled upon Rays deep in the snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed a Sunder. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varro wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. Oh, that's why they wanted to make him interesting. I left, walked until I ended in Skoger, where no one knew what I had done. Jeez. So some of the Dredge are women and children. Interesting. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. Oh, that's going to kill morale. For a long time, nobody says anything until a child breaks silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature squirming before you. Maybe we should put it to a vote. Maybe we should take it with us. Could be interesting. Yeah, let's take it with us. You argue strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women of the caravan hesitantly agree to take care of the Dredge infant, while others are furious about bringing it along. Not long afterward, one of the women comes to you. Its swaddling has been held its swaddling was being held by this, she says, giving you a hairpin that looks distinctively un-Dredge-like. An inscription of silver almost slips your notice. Persevere. From the goddess herself, if you ask me, the woman tells you. Okay, got a new silver brooch. That was interesting. Well, at least we showed humanity to the one Dredge child we found. Still low on supplies. That silver brooch. One strength resistance. So give it to someone with weak armor. And I better put Nid in the party so she can start getting levels. Who's got the weakest? No, all these guys are at level 2, so... Give that item back to him. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Wait, while I'm here, before I forget to do it, let me give this to somebody. Who doesn't have a lot of health? 8, 7. Nid, but she needs a level. I'll try and level up Nid and give her the item. Moving on. You're making the usual rounds when you hear this rather loud debate coming from the area that Varl have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of the meat house than battling the Sunder? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow headfirst into the Dredge. They follow you into the hills, get lost. Now they're not following you. When you did this 100 times, did they have a bellower leading them? Have you ever heard of the time I hit a bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Okay. Planning on confronting the Dredge? Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of Dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks we can just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Groomer. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Comments like that remind me I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I'd already be halfway into battle by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Yingver? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. I don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Right then, I'll tell Hardborg you said hello. Coomer and a good many Varl head out towards the growing army of Dredge. Oh, great. Is he going to come back? He always has before, but this time it feels different, I fear. Did I just lose him? I hope not. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost, you ask? He adjusts his leather strap on his head and says, No, are you? He jumps off and shuffles towards the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. Well, I've been better, the old man says, peering into the supply wagons. But I'll join you. He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder and puffs out his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales, asking, What are we waiting for? Lead the way. Okay. If you can keep pace. Keep pace, the old man puffs through his mustache. No fleeter than old Unar. And husband, mind your wives. I'm cursed with a golden tug, not silver. Caravan enjoys a good laugh and starts moving once again. Okay. Well, we're going to call it there. Looks like we're almost to the next town. So, So yeah, we made some progress, I guess. We didn't get into any fights this round, but we're almost to the next town. Morale's low, but what are you gonna do? We got 4 days worth of supplies left, but we're almost to the next town. Hopefully, once we get there, we'll be able to buy more supplies. We'll have more renown. We only have 7 right now. I need renown to level people up, but I don't want to lose people. Maybe I should be letting people die. That's a terrible thing to say. But after raiding that farm, what are you gonna do, huh? Okay, so is this the place we wanted to go to? I can't remember. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.